charitable trust strategy. Multiple people asked about the charitable trust strategy. You're the one that asked that, right? All right, so a charitable remainder trust, or you might even hear it as a charitable remainder unit trust. There's different types of charitable trust based upon, do you want income now? Do you want income later? You could set up a family foundation. I would advise against it in most cases because there's a lot more scrutiny in the last several years on that type of thing. Typically, you want to pick a 501c3 that is doing everything properly. Some of these, like someone that just set it up and they don't know all the rules, you can get yourself kind of in a little bit of issue there. Just go with something that's really legit. And what you're doing is any capital gain asset. So if you have a piece of real estate, as an example, and let's say that you have $1 million of gain in that real estate. If you were to sell that real estate, you're going to have to pay tax on $1 million, right? So that might be $220,000, or if you own that real estate and you depreciated it for tax purposes, where you got tax write-offs along the way, you might be paying as much as $400,000 of tax on that. So if you donate to a charitable trust, the first thing that they do is determine about how much do they expect the charity to keep based upon how old you are, where you're going to invest the money. There's an equation they come up with, and they give you a partial deduction that you could take that year you donate plus up to 5 years afterwards against 50% of your adjusted gross income. So in the year of the donation, you can take a deduction, and you could take it for up to 5 more years, depending how much that deduction is, to offset some of your other income. Now, when you sell that asset, it's to a charitable trust. So it funds that trust. You're the first beneficiary of the trust, and the charity's the second. So they actually get the money after you die, okay? So they get the money after you die. While you're alive, you could take between 5% and as high as 50%, depending on the underlying assets and your age, of income from that. So no tax, a tax deduction, and then when you die, the charity keeps whatever's left over. Now, someone else asked about a strategy about high-end life insurance or high-value life insurance, so I could talk about that because that really works well with this strategy.